I'm on the field with Jan the Fan as we experience game day field passes for the Buffalo Bills Buccaneers game. Mitch Trubinsky doing his warm-ups. He's starting tonight's game. Couldn't get him to come over, but got a good video of him running. And this leads us into the linemen doing their practices. Rookie Zach Davidson was really sweet and came over and gave us a photo. Then, of course, the star of the show, Josh Allen, comes over and signs a few autographs. I always appreciate when they sign the kids' jerseys, building the next generation of fans. I would have loved to have gotten a selfie with Josh, but this was as close as I was going to get, and I was pretty happy with that. After all, these guys are here for a job, and I do believe they make a good effort. Here we have Damar Hamlin signing a lot of autographs. My daughter really wanted to get his autograph as she's a cardiac nurse. He made eye contact with us, but we didn't get him to come over on our side. Of course, if you don't know Damar, he's the one that went into cardiac arrest on the field 2 years ago and was fortunate enough to be revived and be playing football again. Dawson Knox was amazing, as was Dalton Kincaid, the two tight ends that are starters for the Buffalo Bills. They signed lots of autographs and came over for a selfie. Next up, we have Coach, who graciously came over to a young fan and signed his poster. I really like this guy as a person and as a coach. I was so happy for this young fan to get all of these autographs. Then we have this young rookie who played at Army last year. He's a lineman, Jimmy Serralo. I hope this kid makes the 53-man roster for the Bills. He was so kind and signed a lot of autographs and even came over for a selfie. Today will be the day he finds out whether or not he made the roster. But just a super great kid, signing everybody's autographs, communicating with the fans. Then we had one guy, Tyler Bass, the kicker for the Bills, found one guy with his jersey, so he immediately went over and at least signed that for him. If you're a fan of the kicker and you have the kicker's jersey, you 100% need to get that thing signed. I'm sure the kickers don't get much love. Zach Davidson had come by earlier and signed the guy's autograph. And then, of course, we have Keon Coleman, who played at Florida State, so we had a lot of Florida State fans trying to get his autograph. Keon was nice enough to sign my bucket hat and take a selfie with us. He didn't seem very friendly, and he didn't even smile. Maybe he was having a bad day. It was fun watching all the groups of players run out of the tunnel. They were filming Hard Knocks during this, so it was cool to see how the guys reacted to that. It's fun to see who leads as they're coming out of the tunnel. Obviously, the starters will go first, but it's just fun to get that bird's eye view from the field. The next group you're going to see is going to be Josh Allen leading the way and coming straight out of the tunnel towards us, number 17. I was surprised he even dressed for this game, as it had already been predicted that he was not going to be playing. It's really hard not to cheer for the Bills. They have come close so many times, and they honestly just deserve a championship. More groups of players coming out of the tunnel, the linemen, the big guys, the tight ends. Just really cool watching them run by. These kids were all still trying to get autographs, but they didn't stop at this point. They just continued on to go do their warm-ups. They have such a huge roster right now, but after today, it will be cut down to 53 men. I sort of feel bad for some of these guys that have probably worked so hard and will just get cut. Here comes Josh Allen running back in, giving me a high five. Then we have the rest of the team running in. I got lots of high fives, as you can see. Such a cool experience watching these guys come by. Even if it's not your favorite team, it's hard not to cheer for these guys. If you're any kind of football fan, you know how hard these guys work, how hard it is to actually make an NFL team, let alone sustain that position for more than 1 or 2 years. Being a football fan, not just a Buccaneers fan, allows me to appreciate all of that. John Dawkins was nice to give this kid a hug and an autograph. As the team continued to come by, going back into the locker room. More high fives, again, Dawson Knox, and a very unhappy James Cook, which I just thought was very comical. He literally looked like he was going to cry. The players continued on by as we waited our turn to get our high fives or an autograph if they were going to stop. Most of them just continued on by. Understandable, they're about to go play a game. This was me getting Keon Coleman to come over and get a picture with me, and my daughter got the selfie. But I got the selfies with Zach Davidson, who was amazing. We were excited to get a surprise visit from Cam Brate, a former Buccaneer. He had a great time. Thanks for watching. Keep following for more.